To try to recreate. Now, I have never made this before. I have no clue what exactly I am doing. Hold on, let me get the paper. Okay, so I saw this on Pinterest a very long time ago, and I always wanted to recreate it or attempt to. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So here it is a log cabin gingerbread house. Now, of course, mine is not going to be exactly the same as this because this one has actual windows and things like that. I'm not going to have all that. So, I am going to try to recreate this as best to my ability. As I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this, I think the best bet is to do the bottom like this with the big pretzel sticks, which I do have a bag of the pretzel rods. And then how this house is how I'm going to have to do the sides. The only thing is that it doesn't really show the roof. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough pretzel sticks. So, because I know this part of the roof, I'll probably try to recreate the same way because I feel like that would be easier. And then, I like how they do the door. So I'm just going to have to try to figure this out on my own. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the royal icing or cookie icing that they give you, and I'm going to spread it out. Now, it's very thick, and it's actually like having a very hard time to dry. This is the icing that came from the cookie kit. So what I did was I mixed piping gel with it, and to make it more spreadable, a little bit more sticky, because like if you put something on it, it really wasn't sticking, so I added the piping gel. Some other little tips doing this is if you look, you can see that some of the pretzel sticks are curved. You might want to go through and try to find the ones that are like more straighter, and really make your frosting thick so like the pretzel sticks like sink down in it. If it comes up in between the pretzel sticks, that's just more sturdy for them to stay on. Now that I have my two roof pieces done, I set them off to the side. Right now, I'm just making a little door section. And again, I'm just taking my piping gel, cookie frosting mix, and I just kind of sectioned it off and just kind of placed them prior so that way I knew what I was going to do, and just stuck them on there. Now I'm going to take my big pretzel rods. Now this is a little tricky because as I was making this then, I didn't know, from like what I know now, I didn't know then. But trimming the pretzel rods, I would recommend leaving them a little bit longer than the cookie, because as you'll see towards the end of my video, there were like big gaps. And I also did say, don't let your people in the house eat all your pretzels, because when you think you're done, you're not, because you can use them for fillers. So what I'm doing right here is I wanted to make the bottom the bigger logs. I'm doing quotation marks like y'all can see me. But so yeah, I didn't do windows. I didn't get all fancy. If you want to do, like, this is actually a pretty like small, on the smaller side gingerbread kit. If you want to put windows and all that, please by all means live your best life and do that. I didn't do that. It got a door. So that's all it got. If you want to make windows and put them on later, you can do that too. But I didn't do all that. So I like right there where as you see the extra hanging off, I should have left that on there, because then I wouldn't have the big gaps that I did have. So yeah, before, like, let the stuff dry and then trim them with scissors. As you see, I believe coming up in this next part, I flipped it over and I tried to trim them with a knife. Do not do that. Do not use a knife, because you will really mess them up. So don't do that. But yeah, so definitely use scissors and take your time. Use very sharp scissors and take your time cutting them and trimming them before you like put everything together. Now they look good here, but like I said, when I put my house together, I had some gaps. So either that or save some bits and pieces for fill-ins. Don't let everybody in the house eat up all the pretzel rods or pretzel sticks. So now I'm going to do the roof, or the little, well, I guess kind of the roof. I'm going to do it the same way that I did the other two pieces with the little pretzel sticks, just to kind of give it that separation and definition. And yeah, I think it's coming out super cute already. So I went ahead and did my two side pieces of the log cabin off camera. Pretty simple, easy peasy here. I'm just reinforcing the top and the bottom of the pretzels, just so they don't like come off or anything. But this was pretty easy peasy, so I just did it off camera. Okay guys, so as you saw, I have all my pieces done. I have all my pretzel rods on. And I am now going to go make dinner. I'm going to let these dry. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my chocolate, which is just candy wafers, Wilton chocolate wafers, and I put some down on the bottom, and as you see, and then I'm doing it thick. As you can see, it's thick. I'm like literally setting the pieces down inside, and I'm filling in the inside. Look at that. And I let go. Now, even though this is sped up 4-time mode, it hardens and stays so much better than royal icing, and it's quicker, you know. So I'm just filling in the sides here. I was like, man, I wish I had more pretzel rods, you know. And you just put it on thick, nice and thick, and then you slide your pieces on, and look how easy the house stays together. I'm telling you, melting chocolate, candy melts is the way to make gingerbread houses. So now I'm going to just fill in the inside, and then you know what? And it tastes so much better too if you decide to eat the gingerbread house. So now I'm going to assemble the roof. I did have a couple little pretzel pieces pop off, but that's to be expected. As you see here, they're like kind of falling off, but that's okay. So then you put your roof on, you just hold it there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, then just fill in your top, and then bam, just hold it for a little bit. You're gonna have to hold the roof a little bit longer than you had to hold the rest of the house, but yeah, it's so much easier. Now, another suggestion that I will make, because again, what I know now versus what I know then, as I'm doing this part in the video, smooth your chocolate out. If you're going to be decorating, my chocolate was lumpy, so some of my I didn't make it nice and smooth and nice and flat. So when I went to go do the cookie icing and things like that, as you see Braden in the background, he was supervising a little bit. Some of your pieces won't lay flat. Some of your sprinkles, your candy pieces, they won't lay flat. So especially towards the top when I was putting my gumdrops on, they weren't laying flat. Another thing I was doing is as I was putting on my cookie icing, I was taking a paintbrush and kind of flattening it down, spreading it out, you know, instead of just having it just like lay there. I just took a nice damp brush and just did that. As you can see, the purple gumdrop that is on the top, the second one is on a big chunk of chocolate. So that's why I said definitely smooth it down so that way your stuff, or even put your candies in while the chocolate is still wet, or put like another layer of chocolate on top. I just did with your basic, this is your basic candy gumdrops on the top. Now what I'm doing here is actually really cool. So I took some cookie icing and I put it on parchment paper, and I'm making like a little wreath-ish type thing. I have this holly sprinkle mix, as you see, and I'm putting little berries in the middle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that in the freezer. So I'm just going to go ahead and take that as soon as I'm done, and you won't see it until the end of the video, and I'm just going to pop it in the freezer and it's going to stay there. So I'm just adding some Christmas bulb sprinkles, I guess. They match. I had these little like lollipop sticks, as you see, and they are blue, green, yellow, and red. So I just went ahead and matched, since the colors match the little Christmas sprinkles, and I just matched up the colors and just decided just to go around the house with them. I thought it would just be a cute little itty bitty touch. And then I did try to put some like snow sprinkles, but it really wasn't working out. So here I'm just taking some cookie icing and just making it look like snow all around the bottom of the house, and just kind of filling in the gap along the bottom, as you can see. I also had these cute little gingerbread royal icing decorations. So I put the one holding the welcome sign on the front, and I did use a sprinkle for a doorknob on the door. And then I put the other one on the side of the house, and there's the little gingerbread house, or log cabin, I should say. And here is the little wreath right from the freezer. It was still sticky. I took my little tool and scraped it right up. And because it was still sticky, I just popped it right on the house and pressed it in. And there's my little wreath. All right, guys. So here is my little gingerbread. I'm trying to get the light right for y'all. My little gingerbread log cabin. Now, it's not perfect. I was just quickly trying to decorate it and get this video done, because I've kind of been sitting on it for a little bit. I ain't even gonna lie. So I just kind of whipped everything. Plus, this is my very first time ever creating this. Some suggestions I would say is, before you allow everybody to eat all the pretzels when you think you're finished, don't save your pretzels, because then you can fill in some spaces here. Like I have that big gap right there, and I have a gap on that side, but it's okay, because one, I didn't know. Whoa, almost dropped it too. So yeah, I think it's super cute. And again, like I said, this is my first time doing it. So I think it's pretty cute. I put the little snowmen and stuff, but I kind of want to still do like a little love shack around Valentine's Day and decorate an actual gingerbread house with hearts and like love and stuff. So I don't know. I hope you guys like this video. Like I said, I just kind of decorated it and threw it together very quickly. This was my first time making the log cabin. It's not identical, but it's pretty close. So I like it. I hope you guys have fun with this maybe next year. Just remember that it's here on my playlist. So yeah, and I put like some snow and stuff, and you can always sprinkle powdered sugar on top of it to make it look like fresh fallen snow. So yeah, I hope you guys liked this video and watched me just hurry up and create. Well, not really hurry up, but I just like I said, quickly decorated it. I didn't really take my time. It's not really what I wanted to do, but I did it. I think it's super cool. So yeah, I love you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. I will see y'all soon in the next video. Mwah. Have a great day. I love you. And remember to please be kind, because you don't know what kind of battle someone's going through. So don't be a dick. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.